what was decision making for you and Terry Hatcher to finally get married on the show?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I think it was sort of the infancy of the internet at that time, and so we were getting some people talking. We worked hand in hand with DC Comics. There was a lot of those conversations going on. I wanted them to get married. I thought it was great. I pushed for it because it hadn't happened. So ultimately, the decision goes to the network. You get the network, you get the studio, and all the head shed, the big bosses up there that make the decisions. They decided it was an okay thing to do. And then once they got us married, I think they were like buyer's remorse for a minute, and then they made her eat frogs and do some weird stuff. I apologize for that. I had nothing to do with that stuff. I was like, what? Yeah. No, I didn't write that one. I reread that. She eats a what? A frog? And I looked at my exec producers and they just said, go to work. Okay. So I didn't make that decision, but that was made by the top levels, and I thought it was the right way to go. I wanted to break new ground. Let's go on. Let them have kids. Let them have issues. Of course they do it now. After I wanted them to do it 20 years ago, they stole my idea. I'm suing everybody.
There's also this conundrum in episodic television that you had the sexual tension. Go back to Moonlighting, go to all these shows that usually marriage is the kiss of death for the series. Did you worry about that? Did you feel that?
They say that, and I think in retrospect a lot of the head brass felt that was the case. I don't. I never did. Maybe that's what my dad tells me, probably my greatest character trait is that I'm the eternal optimist. And I just didn't think that was a problem. I thought that was great. I thought we should break new ground. Be bold, do something. You know, you can make something new and fresh. But a lot of people said that was the kiss of death for us. But there's so many problems. I mean, look, when people get married, apparently I've never been married. But when people get married, it's not, you know, they live happily ever after. There's a lot of issues, a lot of things that can happen, so I hear. And I think that would have been a rich place to mine for stories and real great stuff for them to go through. And I wish they had. You know, they could have, been married and broken up, and that would be really tough. It's different than having her turn into a clone and eat frogs. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.